The Lad in the Lane is a pub in Birmingham. Dating to the year 1400, it is considered to be the oldest house and pub in the city, although the Old Crown in Digbeth claims to date from 1368, a date which is yet to be confirmed. To find the construction date of the building, scientists use a technique called dendrochronology to analyse the timbers in the oldest known part of the building. The results showed that it was constructed in the spring at the end of the 14th century. When constructed in 1400, it was used as a home for a family of high status. It is believed to have remained as a house until the early 1780s, when it was converted into a pub by the owners who were established in 1306. Throughout its lifetime as a pub, it has also been known as the Green Man and the Old Green Man. The name changed to the Lad in the Lane sometime in the 1970s. It was used by foresters who worked for the Earl of Warwick. In the 1930s, the pub was extended and altered. On the 25th of April 1952, the building received listed status, and this was altered on the 8th of July 1982 so that it became a Grade 2 listed building. I've been able to find the pub on the censuses from 1851. In 1851, we have a Jonathan Statham, aged 50, as the landlord, and he has a wife called Mary, aged 45. For some reason, I couldn't find it on the 1861 census. In 1871, we have a George Rooker, aged 25, and his wife Susanna, and she is 35. 10 years later, on the 1881 census, George and Susanna are still at the pub. George is 36, but interestingly, Susanna's age is down as 48. Moving on to 1891, and the pub is run by a Thomas W. Boyes, aged 30. His occupation is listed as publican and road sewer contractor, an interesting combination. His wife is Ellen A. Boyes, and she is 27, and they have a Florence Thompson living with them, and she is a 19-year-old general domestic servant. In 1901, we have a George Birkbeck as landlord, and he is aged 61. His wife Mary A. is 60, and they have two sons, George M., who is 31 and a barman, and Frederick W., 22, and he is a clerk in a hardware factory. Interestingly, this son Frederick was born in Germany. In 1911, the landlord is a William Garrity. He is 32. Also with him is his wife Annie, who is 29, and his sister Edith, who is 25, and she is a barmaid. William and Annie have a baby daughter Doris, who is just 9 months old. William Garrity was born in 1878 and died in 1931, and he was a footballer who played as a forward. He started his career in the early years of professional football in England and played for Aston Villa from August 1897 to September 1908. Before playing for Villa, he played for Aston Shakespeare. Garrity was capped once by England, appearing in a game against Wales in 1903. Billy Garrity, as he was known, made his league debut for Aston Villa during the 1897-98 season, but made just one other appearance that year and remained a bit part player as Aston Villa won the title the following year. Garrity became a first-team regular in the 1899-1900 season as Aston Villa retained their title thanks to his league-leading 27 league goals. Only Pongo Waring scored more in a single season. Garrity made 41 appearances in the 1900-01 season, more than any other player. He went on to make 224 league appearances for the Villains, scoring 96 league goals, as well as helping his side to the FA Cup success in 1905 with his man of the match display. During his time at Villa, Billy was regarded as one of the great utility players of the game, despite his ability to score goals. In 1906, Garrity lost his place in the Villa lineup and made only a handful of appearances before signing for Leicester Fosse in 1908. Garrity failed to find the net in 6 appearances, and the Foxes suffered relegation at the end of the season. The remainder of Garrity's league career was spent in the second division with 2 years at West Bromwich Albion, followed by his final season before retirement in 1910-1911 with Lincoln City. Garrity is the great-great-grandfather of footballer Jack Grealish, who played for and captained Aston Villa and currently plays for Manchester City. In 1921 we have a large family here. Frederick Sherrington, who is 59, his wife Ellen, aged 54, and she is listed as an assistant, a daughter Jane, aged 31, who does home duties, another daughter May, aged 28, and she is a barmaid, Florrie, who is 26, and she is listed as a help, a son Robert, aged 24, and he is a sailor, Frederick, aged 20, he is an engineer, and finally George, aged 15, and he is a scholar. And finally, sadly, I couldn't find the pub on the 1939 register. The collapse of construction giant Carillion dried up the supply of thirsty students from a nearby training centre, and the issue of excessive business rates was cited as the reason for the pub's closure in 2022. Inside, it does look like someone has started to renovate the building, but with it being a listed building, that comes with many obstacles. Let's hope this beautiful building can be brought back to life once again. Right, I've just come around the back. There's another part of the building I need to try and get into. I've got this shed here. There's all plates and toys and furniture. Just shoved. Just in the corridor where the toilets are. Let's go and see how bad they are. Oh God, it's very dark. Yeah, pretty bad. And they smell. That's the ladies. Drug taking will not be tolerated on these premises. Oh, and here's the gents. Very nice. Right, I'm just inside this pub, just on the busy main road, just on the outskirts of Birmingham. As you can see, it's all pretty smashed up, but we'll have a look in here. God, it's a heavy door. Look at this. Wow. Look at this room. What an amazing building. Original beam dated 1306. This has got to be a listed building for sure. Look at the amazing floor. Look at the rabbit up there. Goodness me. And the fireplace, look. (1306), 1916. I'm wondering if this was a house at some point, because that's a servant's bell. But look at it. What an amazing building. I've like literally walked in this building and my God, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. The outside doesn't really give you a clue as to how beautiful it is in here. Looks like someone started to do some work on it. All the beams. So we've got COVID signs on the floor, so it was obviously open during COVID, but I wonder if that was its downfall for a lot of pubs. Let's go behind the bar. So all the pumps have all been ripped out. St. George, he was for England. Ah. Interesting. He was actually Turkish, I think. But there you go. And the stained glass above the bar. Looks like some work's been going on back here. There's another fireplace. Strange that they've left all the pictures up on the walls. They got fungal growth. Oh dear, it's not good, is it? Right, as you can see, there is an upstairs part to the building. The door to get through there inside is locked, and I'm not shimmying up on a drain pipe to get up. So it's a beautiful building though.